Hello, today we're going to be making a procedural rust texture. We'll be setting our render engine to cycles, and in the Worlds tab we'll be adding a HDRI that I've gathered from HDRI Haven. We will need two principal BSDFs and we will mix them together. The lower shader will be our rust, so we'll set its roughness to 1 and metallic to 0. The mix's factor will be a color ramp plugged in. From its factor we'll have a noise texture, and we're going to make the black to around 0.5. Setting our rust color to black so we can see it now, and we're going to move the color ramp's white to around 6.6. We're going to move it to around 0.66, and now we're going to set the noise texture to 5, 10.4 and 8 and leave the last two alone. We're going to need a second color ramp using the same noise texture as the factor. This color ramp will be used as the factor for our mixed color nodes, which will add the color for our rust. We're going to set the mixed color node to A. We're going to set the mixed color node to a multiply. A will be our rust color and B will be our black. We're going to invert the black and white, setting them to around 5.5 and 0.6, and setting them to 0.55 and 0.69 or 0.9. Now we're going to add some high detail from a noise textures factor to a bump node height, and we're going to take that into the principal BSDF's normal, and we're going to set the bump strength to 0.8. Now we're going to add more rust with an AO map. We're going to add an add vector to the mixed node shader's factor and plug in our AO map. We're going to switch to render mode so we can see the effects. Of this. We're going to switch to render mode so we can see the effects of this node. We're going to control the AO with a color ramp that will be inverted. The higher the white, the more rust that will be there. We can call this map done, but I'm going to add it to a group and add some controllers. We're going to rename the out vector to rust amount. And sort out some of these nodes' positioning. From the noise texture, we're going to plug in scale, roughness and detail into the inputs so that we have some controllers. We're also going to need the colors to be plugged into the input. We're going to need two more sockets to control the rust contrast. We're going to add them and rename them. Heading out of the group, we're going to copy the data path for the controller, and we're going to add it to a driver on the white's position. We're going to set the type to a single property and the ID type to material, set that to our current material, and paste in the data path. Skipping ahead, I've done the same thing for other color ramps, adding new sockets and creating drivers for them, giving us something like this.